Chairman.
Mr. Barletta.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Greenberger, one of my biggest national security concerns is our dependency on foreign oil, obviously. Many scientists have argued that our nation has more natural gas than Saudi Arabia has oil. And in my home state of Pennsylvania,
my home state too.
it's a very exciting opportunity where our state could be, I believe, a leader in solving some of America's energy concerns. A 2010 Penn State study found that Marcellus shale could generate nearly $19 billion in economic value per year and 200,000 jobs by 2020 in Pennsylvania alone. Could you comment on a potential impact of natural gas from Marcellus shale in helping small businesses decrease their energy costs, and the impact of an energy policy, whether it be natural gas, and I'm talking about transportation fuel, natural gas automobiles, or natural gas to liquid fuel?
Well, I agree with your premise, and before Mr. Walsh leaves, I just want to say for the fourth time, I do not discount supply-demand. I've made that clear several times. What I'm talking about is a premium over supply-demand.
Do me a favor, before you leave today, make sure you expound upon what we can do when it comes to supply and demand.
I can definitely do that, and I think that the Pennsylvania situation is a prime example with the natural gas resources. Now, I will tell you something. What I am not an expert on is the environmental concerns. I know there are many environmental concerns, but I got to tell you, I grew up in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Do you know Scranton, Pennsylvania?
It's in my district.
Really? Great. Are you from Hazleton?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Former mayor.
Okay. Well, you know that area, and anything that would make that area more productive. We depended, as you know, on hard coal, anthracite coal.
Right.
And I grew up, when I was born, Scranton had 150,000 people, and now has about 50,000 people. I definitely believe that these resources, North Dakota is the same thing, need to be explored and developed. They are being explored and developed. On my theory of supply-demand, I do not think the price going from $15 per million BTU down to $170 is not related to supply-demand. Those kind of experiences have an effect, but it is not completely explained by supply-demand. You can't go from $15 to $1.70 and having the FERC bringing manipulation cases, collecting $200 million against the Amaranth, $30 million against the Amaranth director, and that not affecting the price. We need to see that same aggressiveness in the other markets. We're not. But to me, the experience that you're talking about is one of great hope for us. And again, I say, I believe supply-demand is important, and I would look for every possibility. My concern and expertise is that there is at least a 50-cent premium, I believe it's maybe even more, that American consumers are putting into their purchase that is completely and totally unnecessary. The price of oil dropped $5 in 2 days from 103 to 98 when it was discovered that Chesapeake had within its corporate structure a hedge fund that was betting on the price of oil. And by the way, government regulators didn't discover that. Reuters discovered that. Where are the government regulators? They are asleep. And the final point I would make, it is said that President Obama was slow to get on the bandwagon. I agree with that, because John McCain got on this bandwagon when he ran for president 2 weeks before President Obama did. In June of 2008, he said the cause of the explosion in crude oil is excessive speculation. And I'm tired of hearing about a 2008 CFTC report that has been discredited even by the bipartisan House Agriculture Committee, and then being told the St. Louis Fed report of last week or the Dallas Fed report is meaningless. There are 50 studies, Princeton, Texas A&M, Stanford, London School of Economics, Nouriel Roubini, Paul Krugman. There are 50 studies, they're not uniform, saying this is a gambling problem. And there is a difference between gambling and speculating. we should stop the gambling.
And do you feel if we explored for more natural gas, what effect would that have on supply and demand of oil?
To the extent there's obviously not a complete crossover use. If there were, you'd see the price of oil go down, but it has impacted the price of natural gas. As I said, it has gone down from $15 per million BTU, a world record high, to $170, which is almost a world record low. Part of that is stopping speculation, but it's not the main part. Part of that is the kind of production that you're talking about in Pennsylvania and other states, which is the hope for the future of the American economy.
Thank you.
Mr. Tipton.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like